Using color gels during daytime. Normally we use color gels and color light around sunset, after sunset, or early in the morning, or in the evening, or at night. Because when it's a little bit darker, you see the colors a little bit more than during daytime. During daytime, you have to fight with the sunlight or harsh daylight. But there are always possibilities for using color gels and color light effects during daytime and mix them with daytime light. The first one is this one. We took this image during not a rainy day but a cloudy day. And what we did was lit the tree by speedlights and one studio strobe and lit the couple with a softbox. And mix all those lights here with the daytime light. The environment was like this. There was a lot of light here. There was happily no sun, because if there was too much sun, it would be almost impossible for creating this image here. Also because of the clouds like that. But we saw the shadow under the tree. And what we did was first testing our light setup. Testing 1, 2 speed lights and look at the light in the tree. So make a test shot with those 2 speed lights, up lights, and see where is your light. And as you can see, there was only light a little bit here and a little bit there. But we also want more light here. So what we did was simple. Instead of only 2 speed lights, we also use a Profoto Studio Strobe, the B10, almost full power, for lit the rest of the tree in the middle, for creating that extra effect here. It's not only here, but also there. So it was not a 3 light setup, but it was a 4 light setup. And because you also mixed the daylight, it was a 5 light setup. Macbox Pro with a grid, diffuser, on the couple as a key light, a Profoto B10 with a CTO half for lit up the tree, and 2 speed lights full power uplight with also CTO half gels for creating an orange and warm effect in the tree. And the final result was this one, and it's a perfect combination of using the shadows, the daylight, and the possibilities of your gels and your speedlights. The next one is this one. We took this on Ibiza, a nice island where the sun almost shines every day. And the situation here is like that. You see a lot of colors here. Ibiza has a lot of color, nice warm sunlight, but we also use the shadows and not the light, because the sun was shining, but we use the shadow environments at this place. And for creating this effect, we have to test a lot. The first one is this one. This is the normal setup without light. And as you can see, the white balance is very important because her dress was like blue. And we took also with our iPhone a test image, and in this test image her dress was also blue. So that was a thing for Lightroom. But because it was blue, we tried to use a backlight blue, like that. But that was not effective enough because the blue and the other colors weren't not the best combination. What we did was change that blue one in an orange one. And you see the difference between orange and blue. Blue is flattened and orange is more dynamic in this image. But the bride and groom were too dark, too much shadow, a little bit sunlight on the back, and all those colored rocks and doors in the rest of the image. So what we did was use an extra light. We used only one speed light with a dome. A dome is a sort of Max Fair, but a little bit smaller, and that fits on a Profoto speed light. And with that dome, we have a little bit spill light here and light on the bride and groom. And if you use the backlight orange on full power and this one on half power, you never have the mix of this light with your orange light. But if this speed light is a little bit here, so the distance is not far, but more like that, and this speed light also was on full power, this speed light will destroy the orange light. So always be aware of the power of your lights. And when those two light sources mix, be aware of mixing the power of that light perfectly. And if you mix all those lights together perfectly, you can create on daytime this image. Of course, we brushed a couple in Lightroom and we changed the white balance on the dress from blue to white because it was a white dress. But because we were in the shadow and the dress was a sort of blue-white dress color-like, we have to remove that blue in Lightroom. Next one, also an image on the island of Ibiza. This is a 3 light setup. And that's because we have not enough lit on the face. Light on the face was not enough. So we want to create first a rim light and a color light on the rocks. And after I took this image, I saw there was no light on her face. She was too dark. And what we did was same light setup as before, an extra speed light with a dome for a little bit light on her face. so we can create this 3-light setup. One CTO half on the back as a backlight. Because it was Ibiza daytime and a lot of light, we used the Studio Strobe B10 plus Magnum reflector for an extra stop and spread the light. This was our rim light. This was the uplight with the CTO half. And this was the speed light as a key light on the face of our bride. For this result, 3 lights, rim light, backlight, key light. And so you can see it's very easy for combining daylight and color gels and artificial light during the day. Like this, like that, or like that. Many opportunities and many creative solutions for creating color lights during daytime. See you in the next lesson.